Hello, Odd Job Doer here, and today it's cookbook review day. And this cookbook is actually brought about and inspired by this ingredient here. This here is an old and hard pomegranate, which is not going to go in this recipe. And just want to show you what some of them look like. You can find them in stores around I think the fall season in some places, and usually they're big, like maybe like a softball size maybe. And you want them dark red, bright red. Dark red, yeah. So this isn't too bad, except for this does feel a little bit dried out. I might crack into it sometime later. But so the key star ingredient in this recipe here is pomegranate. And more about that in the next clip. The cookbook I have chosen is, since there's not a whole lot of pomegranate recipes in general, I had to go a little bit more Far East, Middle East. I could have gone Lebanesian. I think I could have gone just like that, but I went with Israeli. I got the Israeli cookbook here by Molly Lyons Bar-David. And this particular book here is a little bit older. Let me try to find a date here. This is actually the fourth printing of it. Brand new, it cost $4.95, and it's part of the International Cookbook series. And let's see, Molly Lyons Bar-David. Okay, well, let me just get right into it here. So, and this particular one says picked up in Jerusalem. No, Israel. My bad. So, but who knows for sure. So, International Cookbook, editor Charlotte Adams, Crown Publishing, and New York. This one is from 1964? No, 1973, because the fourth publishing, right? And from what I can tell of it here, the author has worked for the El Al Airlines, Israeli Airlines, at one time. And so she went around collecting a lot of, different places, collecting a lot of old Jewish recipes, I guess throughout Europe and whatnot. And she has a lot of acknowledgments here. There's a lot of people listed down here. And they mention here, I kind of learned something here. They mention here that Israel is a country of immigrants, like a melting pot. I was a little surprised to hear about that. I don't know if they still are that way or not, if a lot of immigrants go in there. But this goes through the first part, the acknowledgments, goes through a lot of different names of people. I'm assuming she's collected recipes for this cookbook. And we even have here a little poem here by, I'm going to probably pronounce it wrong, but it's J-A-A-P, Bar-David, so I'm assuming that's the husband, and it's about his wife here. And they talk about holidays. So a lot of these recipes in here have to do with holidays, which they got Independence Day, and when they say Independence Day, I'm pretty sure that is Israel's Independence Day. And they also go through Passover. I'm gonna not probably say this right, but Sukkot. I think Hanukkah, which is where we're in the middle of now. And actually, one of the ones, the recipe I was going to go for was, I think, Shabbat. S-H-A-B-B-A-T. That's not the recipe, but Yom Kippur's in here too, Shabbat. And so a lot of the, I'm assuming, Jewish holidays, maybe Rosh Hashanah, Passover again, Independence Day. And let me tell you, this has all kinds of foods in here, ice creams, desserts, salads, soups, meats, doughs and stuff. It's a really good collection, I'd say. I don't think there's a picture at all in here. And some are like maybe like borrowed, like a minestrone, Italian soup. But they got lentil soup here, of course, an avocado dip. Avocado dip, not guacamole. That's interesting. A North African Passover soup. So yeah, a lot of interesting cultural soups, not soups, recipes here. But what I was going off of was pomegranate ingredient, and so I went to the back. My poor book here has a little crack here, a little bit of a split, but I I think all the pages are here. We've got beverages here, and we got some. What a beverage here I almost was going to do, but I thought, you know what? I didn't want to do a beverage. I want to do something savory, and well, I ended up not. Well, I didn't do anything yet, but I'm getting ready to. And overall, I think this is probably going to be a good book. You know, they have a good index in the back here. The only thing I didn't like about this book, and going through it, is the page numbers. A lot of them are in the spine up in there, and I'm afraid to open this book too much because I want to crack him over in half. It probably needs some more moisture to get it from undry. But the recipe that I have chosen is a salad, and this is a Persimmon Pomegranate Pomelo Salad for Hanukkah. And what we need here is 1 pomelo, P-O-M-E-L-O, or a grapefruit. Now, I couldn't find one, but I'm going to try to find a picture and just stick it in here in between clips of a pomelo, which I think I've seen before. But here we got a grapefruit. That's the big guy here. And then we need 1 cup of sour cream. That we got over here in a bowl already. White bowl, white sour cream. And then 1 cup of that. And then we got 1 avocado. Now that's hard to do because I got this size here, that big. And of course I've seen avocados, you know, this big maybe before. But I'm not a big avocado fan. And yes, avocado is a fruit. The juice of half a lemon. I don't have it up here, but I'll get me some lemon juice. And that's not a key ingredient. That's to help the avocado out. And then 2 firm Chinese Persimmons. Now these guys here is, I believe, the Chinese Persimmons. They have tops like this and bottom like that. And there's, I'm assuming these are the Chinese ones because like that. There's another type that is more of a heart shape. You know, it's like taller type of thing. And I guess that's not the Chinese one. And then finally the pips of 1 pomegranate, which is the star ingredient. And so I got a pile there, which, if you see this next little montage, is how I got the pips out of the pomegranate. But before that, I had a picture of a pomelo. Okay, so here's the part of the video where we got the pomegranate in its natural state. This is a fine example of a pomegranate. This is just barely past its prime, maybe. Picked a while ago, and it's getting to a little dry, a little tougher than normal. Here you see it's you know, it's getting angry. It's getting hard, just like me poor heart from neglect and not being used. So what we're going to do now is show how to peel this thing. And if you're making, I think, like a jelly or a jam, whatever, I think you just go ahead and slice it in half and start taking a spoon to it, because you don't care if the kernels inside burst open or not. Otherwise, I got me a little white cloth here, not cloth, paper towel. Maybe you can use a plate if you want to, paper plate. I got me a colander standing by here, and I got me a sharp knife. Dun dun dun. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take a little part here and just cut a little bit of just underneath the skin a little bit, and cut a little slice into it. Very carefully, holding it real tight, sharp knife stabbing through my paper towel, not through my hand, and a little bit like this here. And be careful, because you know it could slip out and make something else bleed. So, and I'll do this bottom part of it too. What I'm trying to do is just basically get a opening, get off of there, opening to this hard little fruit sack. There, you can pull it back. Behold, the inside of a pomegranate. So you have these little kernel type things, you know, and you know, pull it out like that. It's actually the seed. The fruit slash seed. I took off the white membrane. The little white membranes in there, I might just throw down the sink garbage disposal. Otherwise, you get these seeds like so, put them in your colander. If they're white, I usually avoid them. Get that thing off there. But the red ones definitely full of juice. And this is how you kind of do it. I just kind of pick away at them ever so slightly. When we get to a part where I can't really do anything, I try to pry more at the skin. It's pretty tough, but I got thumbs of iron here. There. Get another big chunk here, and you can sometimes bend them out and fleck them, and just pop out these kernels. Like this here has a big chunk of the membrane stuff inside, or the pith. I don't know. Take that off because it's not good eats. I don't know if I can say that, but and repeat basically. Now this rind stuff, I would say throw in your trash. I don't know if it'd be good for a composter, and definitely not the garbage disposal, because most garbage disposals don't want to chew this stuff up. All right, and like I say, start small and just keep working away at it. You get some bigger areas here. You just kind of, get your colander over it and pop them in. And at this point, it's early in the morning on some certain day. And I don't know if I have a recipe for this. I thought it'd be easier to find something in one of my cookbooks. But I think I have a lead now. Wash my hands there, get the pith off. Oh, also, before you peel this, I don't know if I said already, but you wash the outside of it and dry it good. Just give it a once over. But anyways, so I'm in the search for a recipe to use with pomegranate. Now certainly you can take these seeds and just put them in your salads. You could smash them, I think, and add them to certain dressing recipes. But hopefully I come up with something a little bit more interesting than that. Here you go. And so they grow off this part here. I'm gonna do a big rip here. I'm going to try to, without crushing all the seeds. Nope, not ready for a big rip. But I can get some like this here. Trying to get a big bite of it out of there. There. So. Got something like that. Like this. Now you can see this other internal white membrane stuff. That's kind of a flimsy stuff that sticks to things. So I just peel that off. Peel out the pith. Anyway, like I said, no recipe idea, no plans yet. All I know is that this thing here is going into hibernation, and so I wanted to break into it while I still could before it dried itself out just sitting around in the kitchen environment here. And I'll find a recipe, and in fact, you know what? I had a feeling I got something, so let's get back to it. Questions or comments of tearing this thing apart, put them down in the comments section. Alright, so not quite back to the recipe yet, but this right here, right, don't mind that crime scene. This here be the treasure we've been looking for. Some nice bucket of colander kernels. And what I've done here was that after I put the kernels in here, I gave it a quick rinse under the sink a little bit, right? Check for any more white pithy parts, give it a little shaky. Try to get more moisture out of it. And then I'm going to turn it out carefully on a paper towel. Get out there, you. And try to keep everything on the paper towel. Right. Up. On the floor. Okay. So, paper towel it. And let me just get that one from the floor down here and put it back in there. Then, paper towel on top. Give it some more petting. Right. And what I'm trying to do is I don't want to crush it. I'm not trying to get the juice out of the berries. I'm trying to get the moisture. Because next what I'm going to be doing here is, get back on there, you, a final check for goodness. All right, I see a little bit of a whitey there. Get off there, okay. And got some storage, little plastic bag, right? Zipper, locker and just kind of make a little slight funnel out of this, and with any luck, pour this into the bag. Get in there. Now, I'm not too sure how long this will stay good in your fridge or cold storage, but hopefully it stays long enough for me to find a recipe. Zip it, squeeze out any extra air kind of thing, and look at that treasure trove of goodness. So I'll put that in the fridge, I'll dispose of that, and yeah, then I'll find a recipe or something, hopefully. Oh yeah, you'll know that if I ever start this video from the beginning. And that's why I harvest this. And another key point, if anyone says, hey, I have pomegranates, you know, still encased in that, let's make a quick recipe, they're fooling you. Besides, you know, breaking it apart, you know, that breaking it apart takes a while. So, if you want nice kernels like that. So, not a quick thing to work with. Of course, after you get these little seeds here of ruby goodness out from your pomegranate, which they're called arils, I believe, for a real name. You know, pick them extra good, wash them like we did before, and this is a little quick recipe, which you can normally do with these things. You can put them on salads, you can add them to sauces, maybe. Yeah, I know you put them in salads basically, or you put them over ice cream. In this case, I'm going to take these little goodnesses here. I'm going to add them to my traditional breakfast during the fall season. I just kind of sprinkle them on top like so, and add a little color and flavor to the mess of it. Alright, but I also have a real recipe from a cookbook that we can start now, I think. Yeah, I think I'm ready for that. Breakfast. Okay, so hopefully that video montage that I did before this recipe actually shows the pain and struggle I have of going through a pomegranate. And now let's check out this grapefruit here, since I don't have a pomelo. But what I have for this bad boy is I got this here. This is not a Tupperware version, although I think the first time I ever seen one was from Tupperware. But it has this little notch thing on the back. And if you ever have these things, I believe that notch thing's for a zester. You or maybe not a zester, but a strip. You can go like this and kind of make a strip of zest in your citrus, right? Which we don't need here, but I can always smell the goodness. Then you have this part here. This, usually what I do is I gouge it in, just like so, and just run it around. Right? Make an equator of this thing. Alright. And then I'll do from its top to bottom, per se. And this little tool is handy if you're ever working with a citrus, at least in my mind it is. You get stuff like this done. You're not just chopping it in half, because we're gonna save the knife for later. All right. So do some of this section here, and last but not least, we have this pointed thing on here, which I think you kind of go up in here and you do something like that. I don't know. I don't know what that's for. But you get started and you peel your pomelo slash grapefruit. This one here is actually a ruby red, so even though it's kind of orangish yellow on the outside, it should be bright reddish ruby on the inside. Or dull, I don't know. All this pith stuff here, that's got to go away too. But we'll take a look at that here in a minute, because they say for optional if you want, well, I don't know if it's optional or not. You take off the membranes though. And this here, this is not the membranes, this is the skin. Let me just get this going a little bit quicker. And voila! We have a nasty looking extra fluffed grapefruit thing. Pick off the top and the bottom. Usually the top and bottom have little string things that come off that help pull off that white pith stuff. If not, you know, you can take that and bring it on down. We're just trying to see nice grapefruit underneath. I don't know if grapefruit is a fall thing. I think pomegranates are, and persimmons seem to be. But persimmons are a little bit of a odd thing. I've had them before, and you eat them just like an apple, they say. But I'm gonna actually take off the peel because sometimes the peel can be a little tough on them. And you know, there's at least one fighting game I can think of out there, video game. And there may be even a few out there that use a persimmons as a weapon. Can you believe that? It pops up on the screen, you pick it up and you chuck it at your opponent. Good time. So, we'll get started like this. Put some thumbs in here and just kind of try to find a weak spot to peel between wedges. Rawr. Now then, this here is basically membrane. This here is not membrane. You see how shiny it is in red? So, I'm going to peel back some of this here, and actually I'm going to get a wedge here so I can pop this out without dotting my eye. Alright, the other thing I'm looking for is seeds. Like there's a big seed. You don't want seeds in this salad. You know, it makes people angry when they bite into something, there's seeds in there. There's going to be seeds with the pomegranate parts. I'm leaving those seeds on. Okay, so, and this is okay if you kind of break off chunks, because what you want is, man, I'm going to, boop, probably want chunks like this or so, you know, bite sizes, and that's it. That is without the membrane. Alright, and there's a little seed there. We don't want that again. Pop it out. Get a little taste. Yeah, that's grapefruit. Okay, so I'll work on this piece here a little bit more. See seeds. And pop out a chunk. Make sure there's no seeds in there. Seeds go bye-bye. And, you know, little ones are fine too. Why not? Little chunks of it there. Okay, so that's just one little section there. And, I'm going to do that to the rest of the sections of this grapefruit. But I won't waste your time watching it because I did one, you know, same thing. Alright, would you look at that ruby red goodness in a pile. So, some of them I was able to get, you know, perfectly out, more or less. But you know what? This isn't for decoration, so if you have something perfect, just break into thirds. Right? Bite-sized chunks. And, there you go. And see, that's the thing, there's like this connective tissue here. It might bug some people, but as long as you have most of it off, it should be good. Right. Pile of ruby red goodness. So, this right here will get mixed in to the bowl with the cup of, what did I put in here? Sour cream, that's right. Put it in with the sour cream. Maybe it just seems odd. Maybe cottage cheese is a better idea, but maybe not. Never had this before, so who knows what's going to happen. And you went to all that hard work of getting, you know, some nice chunks, sections here. So try to do like more of a folding motion. You can get these little stranglers in here too, that's fine. Try to do more of a folding sensation here than a vigorous stir. So I'm just going to kind of go to the bottom, make sure I get the sour cream, bring it on top, and integrate the portions together ever so slightly. Maybe I should have had a spatula for this. Maybe the spoon's fine. I don't know. I'm just going to make it come together so there's no real pockets of anything. No real pockets of sour cream. No real pockets of grapefruit. And, you know, once through the middle here twice. To me, this looks really sour creamy-ish. But, wait, there's more. So, now I'm going to kind of scrape down the sides a little bit and flatten her out. Well, yeah, something like this here. Because the next parts are all kind of artistics, and this is the thing. They say use a glass bowl. This is close enough to glass. Fancy corian, and get down the sides some. All right. So flatten like that. I'm gonna probably take a napkin, just run around the inner rim here. This right here. Big old bar of sour cream with grapefruit in it, or pomelo if you had it. Alright, and then I'm going to just kind of clean up this side, you know, like the fancy chefs do, with a paper towel. And I'm going to set this aside now and give my board a once-over. We'll get to the next ingredient, which would be the avocado. Alligator pear, right? This time we're gonna get to the bladed weapon, and I'm going to cut it lengthwise, I think, because what we're looking for is wedges. So I'm gonna cut ahead and come here like so. As weird as this looks, I like to kind of stab in and run it so this part is against the seed, but run it so the blade's coming out. Dangerous? Maybe. But I keep my hand away from the bladed side. And I try to get this around in a nice circle upon itself, so you can do the normal twist and split. Alright, a little bit of a mess up there. Okay, now some people like to get all fancy and dangerous and chop, turn, and pop the seed out. I want to try another method where you just kind of turn like this and push from the back. Hold like that, push from the back. Yeah. Good enough. No fingers were chopped off in doing that. Okay, so then I want long wedges, so I can try to peel the whole thing, or you know, I've seen things where you just kind of scoop it and it cuts it, but we want eight slices, so I'm gonna do 4 on each side, and you know, I'll try this thing here with the little hook. Just kind of go in there and get this skin off. You could probably use a spoon, maybe a dull knife for this. Right, I'm just kind of run this thing around. If you have an avocado tool of some sort, maybe that works. And unless I'm messing up horribly somewhere, this is going to be neat. Look at the beauty of that too. No strands, no yuckiness in there. Sometimes I've seen avocados that have I don't know, weeds inside of it or something. Okay, flip it down front side, and I'll do 1.5, like so, and then try to get an equal chop here. Not the fingers though, like so. And same with this part here. Equal-ish, more or less. Remember, some knives are sharp, so be careful. Okay, so I got that, and how I'm going to do this here is I'm going to take the salad bowl, and I'm going to put them around the outside, kind of like this, with a little bit of space, hopefully between them, which I'm not spacing too much, but I noticed they want 8 slices here. So let's see here, pot that over like that. All right, yeah. And then I'll do the other half the same way and put them in there. Okay, so still with the avocado here, this is where it's a little bit blurry in the recipe maybe. And that is the lemon juice, the freshly squeezed lemon juice. I don't know if you should just put, a few little dribbles like this or so on your cutting board. And then, rub them around. Get that avocado rubbed in there to coat it. And then add it to your salad. Or if you should just dribble it in your salad after it's placed. So I'm going to just rub it in like this. Heck, put it right here, so. And then get my lemon juice and kind of go over it a little bit, ever so slightly here. Let's see here, lemon juice, lemon juice, lemon juice. Because the purpose is your lemon juice acid is going to try to keep your avocados from discoloring. Now what I would have done probably, which I should have done, is probably do more of that acid, on here on the cutting board and coat your avocados with it. Like so. But this is working too. Little finger action there. It's clean, don't worry. I washed it. And just kind of painting the lemon juice on to preserve the nice non-oxidized avocado. But who knows, maybe lemon juice is going to be a welcome favor to the other ingredients here. Great. Ideally, maybe I wanted a wider bowl. I don't know, it's hard to say because I was thinking more that you don't have an overlap like this, like two pieces together, and you actually have some space between them, because the next ingredient we have is going to be the persimmon. And the persimmon is, I don't know, depending on when you buy them maybe or how they are. They're like these guys here, little hard guys. And you don't want this stem thing. So you can just kind of try to pull that off. Or, once again, use some bladed weaponry on this thing and cut at it. Do like a little angle here. A little saw action. I forgot what these are like on the inside. All I know is that we want wedges of this too. Alright, pop the thing out. Looks like that. I'm going to just go ahead and slice it in half. Okay, so they have a core. You probably don't want the core in there. So a little fancy knife action here. A little cut in and turn as you go. Or if you don't like to try to do that, get that core out, just go ahead and cut half and then half again. And then you can shimmy that core out a little bit easier, like so, right? Still something here. That feels like a little bit of like not your friend. So I'm going to still kind of do a little curve action here. And persimmons, I don't know, they're it's supposed to be like a texture of an apple or something. I'm going to bop it across though. And yeah, apple, like I said. This one here has a little bit of softness to it, non-softness. And the skin here is not the same as an apple. That skin really feels like it's more of a, how do I say, like almost, how about an avocado? No, it's not that harsh, but it's kind of harsh. So maybe you go like this. If you want to try some knife skills, try to cut your skin off here like a little fillet action. And this is what I'm looking at for here. nice slimy filleted persimmon. Just because, you know, I don't want someone to be chewing too many times on this salad. And you can also probably use a peeler, maybe if you want this, you know, this skin on. But it's, I don't know, it seems like a, you know, almost like a tomato skin. It's like someone crossbred tomato and something else harsh together. So I'm going to continue filleting my persimmons here, and we'll get back to the placement of them here in a minute, because we have 2 persimmons to go through. So I'll dispatch the second one just like the first. Alright, so we got a nice pile of wedged persimmons slices, and we got a nice pile of compost heap. Now then, what we're going to do here is we're going to have our bowl, our salad there, and the wedges supposedly go alternative between these other ones, but I'm just going to stick them like this, maybe. Like that, like this. Who knows? You know, this is your own, well, I think your own total creation, but just go to town with however you want to decorate it. You know, it looks like these fit real good inside where the avocado pip used to be. So I'm just going to put them all in these pip spots, and then maybe some more around the outside border. And let's see what I end up with, shall we? I guess I could just nibble on this thing here, or here. You go in the middle there, since you're the odd one out, and put one of these in you. Almost looks like an egg thing, eh? Now you can go back there. Okay, beautiful. Ish. Wedges down. Okay, so I'll do more placement, and alright, so after placing my persimmons in there, that's what we got. Now, like I said, the one thing about this cookbook, there's no pictures in there, so you just do you, right? And the last thing is, of course, the star ingredient, which is the pomegranate. And I got them a little bit dried out here on this paper towel. Pick out some bad ones, and this here goes right in the middle, so I'm just going to try to cover up that middle section like so. I use a finger, smash it down. I'm just going to try to hide that avocado piece there. Okay, now, isn't that a work of art or something? So now I'm going to cover this with some plastic wrap, put it in the fridge, and let it chill. You know, about maybe an hour, half an hour. I don't know. It doesn't have to take too much to chill, I'm sure. But just chill it, let it sit. I mean, I don't think the flavors are going to mix nothing here as is. But then when it comes time to serve, I'd say dig deep, right? Dig deep so you get all the layers. Okay, battery's almost dead, so I'll be back to see how this tastes later. Alright, so here we've dug into a little bit, you know, ate some of it, have some leftover from the night, and hopefully it doesn't discolor too quick on things. But you notice we've got some red there, we've got some green, huh? A little white, we've got some orange, but throw that out. And then, you know, those colors kind of represent another little holiday, you know, coming up. But yeah, like I said, this is under the Hanukkah meal, if I'm pronouncing that right, from the Israeli Cookbook. Israel? Yeah, Israel. And Molly Lyons Bar-David. And it's about 419 pages. Notice on the back here, they have some other ones, International Cookbook Series by Crowns. They have the Balkan Cookbook, Jewish Cookery, Chinese Cookbook, German Cookery, Polish Cookery, Vietnamese Cooking, the Talisman Italian Cookbook, Finnish Cookbook, Czechoslovakian cookbook and a Greek cookbook, right? This particular book is a ISBN 0-517-50667X. That comes out there very good. And like I said, I think it's for something brand new. I've seen it where you can still get them online for, you know, maybe $7 or $8 maybe. I'm not going to say this is a too rare or sought after book, perhaps, you know. Maybe after this video, maybe not. But you know, I think it's solid. I liked how she mentions in there that she you know, thanked a lot of people because she went around and got a lot of recipes from a lot of people. Now, what can I say about the cookbook? I don't know. The other thing is that maybe it's because of the way it's written. I noticed that some things are spelled differently back then than they do spell them now, supposedly. But this little salad here, back to it. So let's see. We got the creaminess of the sour cream with a little bit of tang. And you know what? If you don't like the sour cream, or if you want this to be like a breakfast thing, maybe, I'd say substitute out Greek yogurt, like, you know, a strong, straight up flavored Greek yogurt, and then the avocados. Now I was surprised because I hate avocados by themselves. Guacamole I like when I make guacamole, but avocados by themselves I just can't bite into them like some people, even like an apple, whatever. But taking chunks of the avocado here mixed with some of the other ingredients here, especially the grapefruit, you know, it kind of cuts the acidity of the grapefruit and makes it taste wonderful. Persimmons were nice, and this actually is a nice little fruit salad. Heavier on the fat than other lighter fruit salads out there, you know, because you got the avocado, which you know, the avocado I believe is the highest saturated fat, which I thought was the bad fat, fruit out there that's widely available nowadays. Of course, I think the sour cream has some saturated fat in it too. But I don't know. Maybe the nice strong pomegranate healthiness counteracts those fats. Who knows? Pomegranates, seeds get a little crunch to it. Some people don't like the little seediness of them, but you know, I don't think they're that bad. I like the little crunch in there, and you know, they say the pomegranate seeds are good and healthy for you. And yeah, nice recipe. You should try it sometime. If you have any questions or comments, thanks for watching. And if you celebrate Hanukkah, hope you had a happy Hanukkah. And I'm going to go post this now. So if you have any other cookbooks that you'd like me to see me battle through and do a little review about the cookbook and maybe do a recipe in there, let me know in the comments down below. And thanks for watching.